The other day I made a preview of a new model of LinkBuds S. Now I have tested them, and I can draw my conclusions about the lightest earbuds from Sony. The Sony LinkBuds S are the company's newest wireless earbuds, and are developed to fill the mid-range gap between its entry-level LinkBuds and its flagship WF-1000XM4. Despite their name, however, the LinkBuds S share a lot more in common with Sony's high-end buds than the basic model. Without the open appearance of the first LinkBuds, it's hard to see how that works. But with a light and small shape, features like speed-to-chat, the as-yet unreleased autoplay, and wireless high-res audio, Sony definitely feels the LinkBuds S offers something new that no other earbuds can match at any price. But is it something that you'll want? Let's take a look. Sony has drastically changed the look and fit of its wireless earbuds in the past few years. And while I really like the angular look of the WF-1000XM3, the more bulbous appearance of the WF-1000XM4 admittedly doesn't fit in my ears all that well. Even though the LinkBuds S have a very similar appearance to the WF-1000XM4, they actually fit quite differently, because each earbud is roughly half the size and I found them surprisingly comfortable. There are several different sized silicone tips to choose from, so it's much easier to hone in on the right fit for you. They're so small, they're one of the few models of wireless earbuds that I can wear under a motorcycle helmet, because they barely protrude from my ears. Like the XM4, the entire outer surfaces act as touch controls, while a small, circular windscreen conceals the LinkBuds S mix. The charging case also is very compact, and while I didn't intentionally try to damage it, I suspect that the textured finish will hold up well in the inevitable collision with keys and other objects in your pocket or purse. The lid and hinge work smoothly, with none of the floppiness that cheaper units sometimes suffer from, and the magnetic closure has just the right amount of pull. The slender LED strip along the front lets you know its charging state. The only thing missing here is wireless charging, a surprise given that most charging cases at this price now have this feature. As with all of Sony's current generation of wireless earbuds, the LinkBuds S have an IPX4 rating for water and sweat resistance, so they should have no trouble with a run or gym workout, as long as you clean them afterward. Sony's touch controls are very good, and provide a helpful tone to let you know when you've tapped successfully. Doing so is relatively easy, but the upper half of the outer surface was much more sensitive to taps. Touching the bottom portion seldom worked. The LinkBuds S give you single, double, and triple tap gestures to work with, as well as tap and holds. Between the two earbuds, that's a total of 8 possible actions, but Sony continues to use a control customization scheme that prevents you from selecting the specific functions you want. Instead, you must choose from one of 4 control groups, and you can assign only one group to each earbud. Your choices are ambient sound control, quick access, playback control, volume control, or no action. This creates an unfortunate situation where you must choose what matters most. Want to control volume and playback? Sure thing, but you won't be able to control active noise cancellation, transparency, or get access to features like Spotify Tap. Want playback and active noise cancellation? No problem, but you'll have to control the volume with your phone. Sony's not the only company that does this. Others, like JBL, use the same scheme, and it drives me just as crazy. And it's not like there's some unwritten rule that says this is how earbuds must work. Jabra, for instance, lets you assign virtually any action to any gesture on either earbud. Sennheiser is also much more flexible with its controls. You can remove an earbud at any time, and the wear sensors will automatically pause your tunes. It works very quickly, but you can disable it in the app if you like. The LinkBuds S sound great for their size. Sony integrated them with the same V1 processor that's in the WF-1000XM4, which helps them upscale standard MP3 and AAC files, which is what most people listen to when streaming from services like Spotify or Apple Music. And they do sound bright, punchy, and rich. Sony has found a very pleasing sound formula for the LinkBuds S without going anywhere near the included EQ adjustments in the headphones app. The factory tuning is very close to neutral, with a nice balance of frequencies, and a mid-range that is more detailed than I was expecting. And it has managed to do this using dynamic drivers that are just 5mm, half the size of what you'll find in similar products. I noticed the same thing when reviewing Sony's newest top-of-the-line noise-canceling headphones, the WH-1000XM5. The company has dialed back the boost, especially in the low-end bass, which is not to say these buds can't thump, they can, but you may need to reach into the settings and max out the clear bass option in the EQ control panel, if that's what you're looking for. Clarity across the spectrum is good, but the highs don't ring quite as crystal clear as you'll find on the Jabra Elite 7 Pro, or the One More Evo. Here too, judicious tweaking of the EQ can help the vocals soar just a bit more. My only disappointment is with the LDAC codec, that special ingredient that lets Sony claim wireless high-res audio compatibility for the LinkBuds S. In doing A/B comparisons between the same 24-bit lossless versions of tracks on Amazon Music on both an iPhone 11 using AAC, with DSE Extreme turned on, and on a Xiaomi 12 Pro using LDAC, the difference was so minutes, I'm not sure I can even claim to have heard it. Active noise cancellation is one of Sony's core strengths in the personal audio world, and the LinkBuds S do a very good job of showcasing that competence. Sitting in my home office, which is unfortunately located right beside a bathroom, I'm perpetually jumping up from my chair to shut off the noisy extractor fan. With the LinkBuds S, there's no need. In fact, I can't even tell that the fan is running. Transparency also is excellent. Not quite the invisible level of transparency you'll get from the AirPods Pro, but I think it's just as good as the WF-1000XM4. But what makes transparency mode on the LinkBuds S is the incredible level of control you get, thanks to additional settings in the headphones app. The LinkBuds S perform well under relatively quiet conditions, but like most wireless earbuds, they can become a bit uneven when background noises increase. Not that your callers will hear much of that disturbance. To them, the only sign that you're in a loud location will be the wobble and compression that happens to your voice. Strangely, for a set of earbuds that purport to be an all-day, always-on, never-off companion, the LinkBuds S only have average battery life, if that. Sony claims you'll get 6 hours per charge with active noise cancellation turned on, and 9 hours when both active noise cancellation and transparency are off. With active noise cancellation on, you'll get 20 hours total, when you include the charging case. That's certainly enough for an entire day, but not much more. There's not an awful lot to complain about with the Sony LinkBuds S. They're excellent wireless earbuds that sound good, have solid active noise cancellation, and have a ton of other features that you can choose to take advantage of. The biggest issue with the LinkBuds S is that they're not super cheap. Seeing that Sony's superior WF-1000XM4 are frequently discounted close to the LinkBuds S price, they're probably the better option for most people. However, if you're looking for a smaller earbud appearance that delivers many of the promises of the wonderful WF-1000XM4, that's where the LinkBuds S come in. Plus, the fact that Sony earbuds frequently drop in price cuts both ways. It's likely that you'll be to snag the LinkBuds S for between $150 in the coming months, and that'll be a bargain. Do you think Sony's new headphone model is worth your attention? Did you buy one for yourself? Write your opinion in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.